Welcome to episode 408 of Apartment Hacker. This is Mike Burnett, Apartment Hacker. It's my mission to tease out human potential in the multifamily space. Tell your story. This past weekend, my son had a soccer tournament and my daughter had a recital. But during the soccer tournament, we were in between games and we went to a Subway to pick up a sandwich. And I walked in the store and ordered my sandwich, and I looked down and the sandwich artist had "This too shall pass" on their tattooed on their arm. And I love "This too shall pass." I was told a story a long time ago. What four words make a happy man sad and a sad man happy? And the punchline is, "This too shall pass." And so I asked this person a question: what compelled you to put that on your arm? And I was gifted this incredible story that she had actually, her father had overdosed on drugs, and as a result she had become strung out on drugs herself, lost her husband, lost her kids, and went to jail. Basically lost her entire life. And went through a rehabilitation. She's now been sober for 18 months plus or minus, and she is starting her life over, working at Subway, and had just recently got her kids back. And it was overwhelming to me in the moment that she had the courage to tell that story. And I have to imagine in my heart of hearts that in this multifamily space, especially at the site level and potentially at other levels in organizations, that there are a million stories like that. People who are just on the cusp of complete and utter failure in their lives. But then on the alternative side of that, there are people on the cusp of absolute greatness and amazing things to come in their lives. And part and parcel to achieving that upside is the courage to share, despite what your downside or despite what your adversity is or was. Otherwise known as being vulnerable. And I think being vulnerable in a work world sometimes is off limits. It's not promoted in your culture. It's not promoted as a position of strength or a point of strength, where I would debate that and suggest that being vulnerable in the workplace is a must. It's a given. It's a necessity in the sense that it is the underlying basis for trust. If you're vulnerable, if I see that you are a real person, I trust you. It's one of the things I grapple with many times in religion, no matter what the theme of religion is. It's if the guy standing up and preaching paints a life of perfection, I have no interest, right? Because we're all broken and we all have stuff. And if we're not willing to be vulnerable in sharing that stuff, then the basis of trust is quicksand, nothing more than quicksand. So my encouragement to you today is build a good base and build on trust. Be vulnerable. Take care. We'll talk to you again soon.